You know what I'm saying? If you want to be in that category for like now, what I will say, just in the travels, like what we all been talking about lately, like just today, right now, it's so much of them. See, we lived it. We straight lived it. We remember when it was these are the braids, when there wasn't even no hooks. You know what I'm saying? Dun, dun, dun. You know what I'm saying? I would just that we lived through the whole process. They studied it though. All of them studied it. They had to go back, listen to it. They studied it to where even in the battle that we just got from them, it was so much more. It was. I loved it because it was so triple entendre, and because they had to do all this because we done been through all these eras of them battles and beefs and all this kind of stuff. And now they didn't came to where they're also intelligent to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different outlook. So I just give them a pass on some. Y'all not us, we not y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because we looking at like, you know, go at them. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really need too many punchlines and none of that kind of shit. You just had to just say some shit and just, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, go at them. So we all respected what is going on just for the entertainment, like conversation wise. Yet it's when you do the travels, I trip off that. If you go to Canada, I noticed when the homeboys who I knew from Canada, they came to visit and shit, just some 5%ers. They came with, and they call Canada like CAN, they call it See All Nations, right? So they had a partner that was Asian with them. They had a partner that was, you know, had the dialect from like he was like Jamaica, and it was just so many different types of people to where we just in my travels, like, damn, so Canada is just a big old mixture, you know what I'm saying? A melting pot of just like your next door neighbor could literally be Trinidadian or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He could be, everybody was just different. So I think that Drake, I just take Drake for what he is, you know what I'm saying? Like him coming off the show, you know what I'm saying, off the Degrassi, and then him being, you know what I'm saying, like I know he can write because he wrote Alicia Keys, he wrote that record. For us, him studying hip hop so much, he, you know, he couldn't wait to go to Cali and go to Compton. You know what I'm saying? Different than I was. You know what I'm saying? When I first went, I didn't really want to go to Compton. It was like, oh, I don't really want to go to the hood.
Well, when you from the hood, bro, last thing you want to do is go see another raggedy ass city.
Yeah. So I can him really wanting to go there and him being just a mixed kid, Jewish mix and all this kind of stuff to where he is what he is to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but seeing Canada, it's like, their identity is no identity almost. You know what I'm saying? Their identity is just their little accent with and the little accent they got. Other than that, it's just so much mixture of just different people. Like you got Drake speak French in a couple of records because you on that side, on the West Coast side, you got Quebec. You know what I'm saying? Where's more French spoken, and you know what I'm saying? So I just noticed it by just traveling to where and then seeing, and once he came out, I knew how he was. He looked up to Joe Budden. He looked up to Pusha T. You know what I'm saying? Then he already fighting the mixed battle. You know what I'm saying? K-Dot. You know, it was such a good battle, period, to me. You know what I'm saying? Like K-Dot, I was just hoping he was just gonna respond and go. And then with us, I'm from that generation where it ain't no time limit. Ain't no on the clock. You know what I'm saying? When Eiht got into it, when they were quick going back and forth, we just waiting on Eiht to respond. We got 2-3 months. We don't give a fuck. He ain't on no clock. You know what I'm saying? He might skip a whole album and then go to the next album. We just waiting on it. That's the difference with the youth nowadays. It's like, oh, you got 24 hours to respond. Like, okay, I'm riding the wave. I'm just gonna stay.
If I was Drake's manager, I would have told him, it's like when you in a boxing match and you fighting against a dude that may be a slugger, right? Mm-hmm. And your thing may be like Money Mayweather's thing, like I'm just not gonna get hit. I'm just gonna get the points. I'm gonna really box you. You can't go in there. Mayweather would have gotten knocked out if he'd have changed his whole strategy, just trying, I'm gonna go in there and slug it out with somebody. He might get knocked out, right? And not have a record of being undefeated. Mm-hmm. Now, the thing is, one thing I would say about Drake is one of the biggest pop artists of all time. Mm. Now, when you start trying to put him in this lane with K-Dot, K-Dot is a little dude that's a hip hop, what you call a hip hop baby.
Yeah.
He's probably studied every style it is and still take it very serious to this day. Even though he rich, he's still a dude that's gonna sit up and call Punch and say, Punch, listen to this verse I just wrote.
Yeah.
You feel what I mean? Because he's in love with the game like that, to where Drake is like a dude that don't put out 20 some odd albums if you count the mixtapes and everything like that, right? So he's an assembly line. He might put a record out to where he's singing on it. Then he may put another record out to where he rapping a little bit. Let him do that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But I think once you start misappropriating the culture of saying, okay, now I'm going to take some stuff from Memphis. I'm going to take some stuff from Atlanta. No, just be who you are. Because as soon as he said, from the time he said, oh, I'm going to catch a body right now, whatever, I told Glass, I said, he fucking up right now. Just stay the lover boy. Just
See,
be
I
the
look at that different, though. Y'all know I look at that different. I look at it like, the culture appropriate. It's like if we got a certain beat come on, boom, man, we get together like shit hard. It sound like 8, right? We need to get 8 on this. You know what I'm saying? And we knowing if it sounds a certain way, we're targeting. We always kind of got a target. If it's got like a West Coast sound, we might go Grills. We went straight Paul Wall, like go Paul Wall. You know what I'm saying? Go get him. To where I think I wouldn't always look at it like him just his daddy is from Memphis. You know what I'm saying? So where if my old dude from Cali and I go out to Cali and hang out in Cali every summer, every other summer or whatever, I want to get there. You know what I'm saying? I don't really give him that much, put that much on him. I don't take away nothing from that. I'm just saying on the Drake side is that I don't take him at, you know what I'm saying? I know what he's doing. Like he couldn't wait to get with you know what I'm saying, in Atlanta and then, you know, rap like that. Or he loved Pimp C them so much to where he, you know, wanted to get within that sound, and he had the ability to, you know, kind of fluctuate the because he battling though. He battling with himself. Me, all 3 of us black all day, every day, all the way black. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. He having that battle within himself too. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. I'm gonna tell you, not to cut you off, bro, but that's the thing I don't like. We gotta stop being racist kind of against our own people. If you got a drop of black blood in you, you black.
Yeah. Period.
We shouldn't make a mother. Just think how a motherfucker might feel like, damn, they're not fucking with me over here, and they're not fucking with me over here. Where do I belong? Yeah. That gotta fuck with a motherfucker. I don't care how much money you got. I tell people all day, he's a black kid that got a white mama, man.
I just say that, do we think that it wasn't slaves in Canada? Do we think that it wasn't a struggle in Canada? Do we think it wasn't oppression in Canada? Do we think that? Now, I can see some people thinking that, but we didn't travel. So I'm ready to tell them, no, they went through it. It was slaves in Canada. People, when they left the United States, a lot of them went up to Canada just because they freed them sooner. Yeah.
No, you know what? Not to say racism up there, but it was a lot less racism up in Canada.
Yeah. It was.
You feel what I mean? North was more racist change.
Look at the Proud Boys, right? Y'all know how you see the Proud Boys with Trump and all that kind of shit. The Proud Boys, that one faction that's really racist, that was Canadian. The ones that were, when you seen the ones here, the leader was a dark skin, like a Puerto Rican. They had a couple of little light skin one, mixed ones type on there. White boys, of course, they was more on some proud, whoever proud to be American. You could be black or whatever. You were proud to be American. The Canadian one, look it up. The head was that one dude. He got taken out, but he up in Canada. He was straight up racist. You know what I'm saying? To where just being up in there in Canada so much, I seen, like, I do feel like don't go with the. Whenever Drake talk about like a body or something, he got to be talking about like a rap body. I ain't never thinking he talking about. I don't know about y'all. I ain't never thinking he talking about a body. I'm just knowing like, but if he is, that's when I'm like, damn, are you serious? I'm thinking you talking about I'm finna catch a body with this pen. You know what I'm saying? But if you go on there, Drake, I'm assuming you talking about body bags exchange for, Louis bags exchange for body bags. I'm thinking you just saying because you finna body MC, but you can't be talking about murdering motherfuckers. Because I mean, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, for real. And like you said, it's authenticity, because I remember when I first heard Eiht's music, right? I believe that dude really was in Compton pulling drive-bys on motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude probably really out there putting in work. Then you see him in the movie and the way he do stuff and the way he move. You're like, man, that dude probably serious. Which, like I tell Eiht today, I talk to some of the young rappers that come on the show and it's funny as hell, because these be dudes who done sold some records on their own, but they be almost scared to approach Eiht. Like, especially when we do the show live, they like, oh man, you know, can I talk to him? Or what should I say to him? I'm like, talk to him like you talking to me. He a regular dude. He a good dude. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, Eiht sold his theory, so people scared of him.
He was really.
We ain't talking about me, man. So let's get back on our lead so we can wrap this up. We got my man out here. It's 12 o'clock out there.
No, but I get it. It's like I think that the youth. See, I gotta always think we gotta be careful, because not us in general. I'm saying us as a people. Like, yo, we raising our kids. Eiht said it on what was the movie called? Eiht? He said, you'd be stupid to get this money and out of control dough, and you steal it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was, what was that called? What was that movie called? Damn, what was it called? The movie you did.
Which one?
Where it was like the documentary movie, though, where Eiht said,
probably the 100 Kilos movie.
No, you was walking the Rottweiler.
Oh, that's Rhyme and Reason.
Rhyme and Reason. And then he was talking about it. Then Max Hen was saying you can't get this out of control dough and just be living in the hood. And you know what I'm saying? To where we raising these kids to be better. Like Snoop straight up, straight crip. His kids is different. You know what I'm saying? To where I can't separate them. You know what I'm saying? Because they kind of what we planned them to be. You know what I'm saying? We put a lot of our kids through a better school, and we put a lot of kids through. So I don't put too much. Now, if you just want to stick to you, that kind of, you know, NBA young boy and all y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying? But we got so many of us that just came up better and different situations, had fathers, but a lot of us didn't have fathers. Now we got doing a little bit better to where I really don't really be, I don't really take them serious like that on let's say the ones right now, you know what I'm saying? The thugs and the young thugs and the ones who I can always tell, we could tell who getting it in. You know what I'm saying? You can tell get it in. I ain't taking some of the other ones serious like that. I just think they just kicking the shit. I don't really take it like that. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Yeah, I'll leave you now. Before we go, man, me and you was having a conversation, man. And I know Eiht don't like this shit, so let me get my shit off first, dog. We was having a conversation before, because Eiht never went to none of the parties, man. You know, none of the parties like that, man. Do you think it's a rap from old boy? You think he could go to jail, man?
I think that he gon'. I don't see how not.
Yeah,
I really don't see how not without it just being like, damn, my nigga, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because it's you know what I'm saying, it's all speculation, but we all know, you know what I'm saying? It's like, is that Pop thing gonna be at the end of all this shit? You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. You just never know, man, because a lot of stuff that we used to hear rumors about, like, I done been to a few spots and saw dude, you know, not necessarily smack no mother suckers around, but I don't see him do some stuff to where he don't press this muscle a little bit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Where he don't push this line a little bit, man. I think whatever you do in the dark always just come to the motherfucking light, dog. That's what it is.
So where I don't just without just throwing them under the bus, because I mean, I can't really stand up for him at all. That's zero. You know what I'm saying? He got to handle his own weight. Yet, like Big Gibbon say, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I came in late. You know what I'm saying? Me and Gibbon ain't made, but he older than me for industry wise. You know what I'm saying? And then being the success that we had, Nelly kind of put us in them parties instantly. But like I tell you, it's 2 parties. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all was going down at that time too. Y'all sold a bunch of records. Yeah,
so we went straight from the motel. I remember being a motel to just a 5-star hotel. We didn't have no in between. We went outdoor motels on the program, the promotional run, and then it just boom, it just popped, and it was just gone. We was at 2-3 million in a month. You know what I'm saying? 2-3 months, it was just gone and just kept getting bigger and bigger. So where we went from shit to sugar because we was the first artists like that did no other setups, no nothing, just come out and go diamond. It was the first time it just happened. You know what I'm saying? 50 just now went diamond. So we technically in hip hop was the biggest from shit to sugar ever. Like, damn, we literally went from outdoor to just a 5-star hotel to where I went into these rooms so fast, and I was the oldest, and I was like, you know, let's stay together, y'all. Let's stay together. But I noticed it was 2 parties. It was, I ain't know at the time it was 2 parties. That first one, it was rocking. Just a party. Of course, if you are just a true, real male, you gone. You on your phone, you in LA or you in Vegas or something, you got something hot back already. It's 1 o'clock. She calling, she from Tennessee, she in town, and we all in Vegas for the awards. We burning out. I ain't staying here till no 3, 4 in the morning. Like, I got to go. It's something waiting, something hot to go to where once you hear about these little after parties and all this kind of shit, you know, it start being like, you know, I had a problem, you know, just thinking everybody's soft type of shit. Not everybody's soft, but like, you know, so it's goofy. Everything goofy to me. It's just, I don't want to do that shit and deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? To where I ease back on that, but to kind of find out that shit was, you know what I'm saying? That's the real life. That's real parties going on and all this kind of shit. To where I was saying he had 2 good parties. As you look at it, I guess, you know what I'm saying? If you went to all that crazy shit, that next party that started at 2 o'clock was the shit then, I guess. But that first one, them early ones and shit, you know what I'm saying? To where, hey, bro, if this shit, the way it looked, it's a lot of shit constantly coming out. A lot of shit constantly coming out. And then that, if I got daughters, bro, that Cassie tape, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then you got all this shit. Like, if you a punk or some shit, I don't really care about that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't.
Who a man sleep with is his business. You know, I don't care about that. When
I don't give. I give it. I get. You know, we were just out in the room. All of us in the room just by ourselves. We be laughing and, you know, saying little shit. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna. You know, I don't really too much chew off of it like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially not older. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The beating, the tape on Cassie, that shit was 16, is released. Somebody mad, bro. Somebody mad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know what's been said about Puff. You know what I'm saying? We all know what's been said. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some you mad, somebody mad right now, bro. Somebody mad with the liquor people, whoever you got pissed. They mad right now, and this is all coming down. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you one thing. If the Pac shit is real, it's a rap, bro. It's a rap. Ain't nobody, you done. You done on the West. You done on the East. You done everywhere. If the Pac shit real, bro, it's over. You done. Even if you don't go to jail. But it's one of them situations where, yeah, it's over, but you beat it on the technicality. You might as well just go on, just move away and just, because it's over. If it's the Pac shit real, bro, it's over. It ain't nothing you can do. And then if shit start breaking down to the Biggie shit and all that old rumor shit and all that old kind of shit. If that shit real, but if the Pac shit real, bro, it's a wrap. So to me, it looked like it started you off with boom. They set this tone for me. Me personally, that's how I look at it. Boom. They set this tone with you. Boom. This weapon pop up 26 years later. They just set that to the side. Okay, boom. Now let's do what we do. Like in the hood, they're gonna break you. They know what you're doing. They're gonna break your pocket, so you can't even fight back now. So that right there, that shit pop up, the weapon come up missing. I mean, that we done found all these years. You know what I'm saying? That now, that mean the endorsement stop, the income stop. So what you already got, you got. The money coming in, stop. Okay, now the money coming in, stop. Then boom, you get hit with a big old lawsuit. You're losing some of that. Then, you know, your life is steady, you know what I'm saying, going. So you got to pay these bills, you know what I'm saying? Your lifestyle ain't changed, but the income ain't coming down on. So to me, it looks like if I'm looking at it the way like them, okay, so like they got this already set up for you over here. They know this. They got some intel on this Pac situation. They gonna break you till you just broke down and you can't fight. And at the end, just gonna bang you over the head with that after just exposing everything about you, though. You know what I'm saying?
For real, man. I appreciate you, man, because I know it's like you on the other side of the country, dog, and it's 12, 15, dog. How can the people get at you, man? Because I know it's you. What's your social media, bro?
Ali _ Saint Lunatic. No,
For sure. We definitely go have you back on here, man. And we appreciate you, man.
It was a
And
pleasure.
we go, you know, this late edition of the Gangster Chronicles, man. We go check y'all out, man, and we out here.
Yo, hey, nice to meet you, bro.